All right, let's dive into one of the most classic debates for any car buyer in Pakistan. It's a real showdown between two legends, the super reliable Toyota Corolla versus the super stylish Honda Civic. I mean, this is a choice that so many people get stuck on every single year. But here's the thing, this whole comparison really boils down to one simple question. Are you looking for peace of mind or are you looking for passion? And that single idea right there is going to frame our entire breakdown today. So let's see how it all plays out. So let's meet our contenders. In one corner, you've got the Toyota Corolla Altis. Dependable, practical, kind of the go-to choice for families. And in the other corner, you have the sharp, modern Honda Civic, a car that really promises a more exciting drive. Let's see how they stack up. First up, let's get right to it. Round one is all about price and value. You know, for most of us, this is the most important factor. What are you actually getting for your hard-earned money?
Okay, now take a look at these numbers, because the difference is, well, it's pretty stark. The Toyota Corolla Altis, it kicks off at around 6.12 million rupees. That makes it a way more accessible way to get into a brand new sedan. The Honda Civic, on the other hand, it starts at nearly 8.5 million. It's clearly positioning itself as the more premium choice right from the start.
Yeah, just let that number sink in for a second. The starting price gap between the base models is over 2.3 million rupees. That is not a small difference, folks. We're talking about a significant amount of cash that could cover your fuel, your maintenance, pretty much anything else for years. It really shows you the value challenge the Civic is up against. And that really brings us to the main point of this round. You have to ask yourself, is that premium, sporty feel of the Civic really worth that huge price jump? Keep that question in your head as we move into the next round. All right, on to round two, daily driving. Because let's be real, a car is more than just a price tag, right? It's your companion every single day. So how do these two actually handle the real world of Pakistani roads? You know, the speed breakers, the bumpy patches, the family trips. And you know what? This is where the Corolla just shines. Its suspension is built for comfort, making it so much better at soaking up rough roads and those infamous speed breakers. It just gives you an easier ownership mindset. It's the car you buy for your family, for the daily grind, and you know you're going to get a strong resale value. The used market for these things is always buzzing. Now, on the flip side, the Civic does have some practical issues. Its ground clearance is lower, just 154 millimeters, which means it's just not as happy on broken roads or going over high-speed breakers. If all you need is a dependable car to move your family around, that high price and lower practicality, it can be a real problem. So, look, when it comes to the day-to-day stuff, the commute, the school run, just getting through the week, the Corolla is hands down the more sensible, stress-free option. On practicality, it takes a clear win. But hey, we don't just buy cars with our heads, do we? Our hearts definitely get a say. And that brings us to our final round, style and performance. How do these cars make you feel when you're sitting behind the wheel? And this is where the Civic makes its big comeback. That modern, sporty look gives it a serious road presence. It really is more fun to drive. The handling is better, it grips the road better. And if you're someone who craves power, that RS version gives you up to 176 horsepower. This is, without a doubt, a car for the driving enthusiast. The Corolla, meanwhile, feels like a sensible compromise. The design, inside and out, it's a bit more dated. The cabin doesn't feel quite as premium, and the driving experience is all about comfort, not excitement. Look, it'll get the job done reliably, but it's probably not going to get your pulse racing.
And this right here just lays it all out perfectly. It shows you the core difference. The Corolla is all about comfort and reliability. It's the car you need. The Civic, that's about style and sportiness. It's the car you want. They're just two totally different philosophies, built for two very different kinds of people. So, with the showdown complete, where does that leave you? We've laid out the facts, the feelings, the whole philosophy behind each car. Now let's help you make that final decision. This table just breaks it down so simply. If you care about family use, resale value, and sticking to a budget, the Corolla Altis is the no-brainer. But if you want style, road presence, and a sporty drive, the Civic is your car. It's really the best value for your money versus the best emotional purchase. And in the end, it all comes back to that very first question we asked. The source material just nails it with this quote. Buy Corolla Altis for peace of mind, buy Civic for passion. Honestly, it might just be that simple. And that pretty much wraps up our breakdown. The choice is yours. It's the head versus the heart. It's the practical decision versus the passionate one. So which way are you going to go? What will you choose?